I had a teacher in high school whose chest hair literally it poofed, and then it would blend in with his ear hair, which then blended in with his eyebrow hair. It was all just one big like.
Hey, welcome back to Still Whiskey.
So your teacher's
I'm Devin.
Yeah, I'm Vince.
I'm Rich.
And today we are reviewing Bardstown Discovery Series, Series 12.
Pow!
Is it the best yet? Let's find out.
Let's discover.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Discovery Series.
Oh boy.
Number 12.
Makes you want to get a Discovery, like an SUV,
You said it before.
is it Land Rover
I
Discovery?
do like their bottles. I think they're cool. I think they're unique.
Yep.
You glance and you see one on the shelf. You know it's a Bardstown product.
It's sharp. It's different.
They also make these toppers heavier.
Yeah.
Which I think is again
Like a slammer.
witty.
Yeah, we
like
talked
a
about that last time.
slammer.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Tell us about Bardstown Series numero 12.
Yeah, so
their
Bardstown
12th
is their 12th one. 11th was last year.
It's the one after 11.
Yeah. We reviewed 11, so if you haven't seen that one, go check that video. We'll link it. But this Discovery Series is a blend of different whiskeys, usually higher ages. So they have the Discovery Series and then they have the Fusion Series. Fusion is a little bit more of the younger age. Discovery goes a little bit older. So the youngest in this is 6 years, but we've got 48% is 14 years, 29% 10 years, 15% 10 years, 8% 6 years.
So
it's a 6 year.
There's some old juice in here.
If they were to label it, it would be 6 years, but we know that
But there is some old juice in here. Okay.
It is old, yeah.
And it's all Kentucky this time around.
It is.
None of it's out of Indiana or anywhere
three of
else.
them are
It's
Kentucky,
all
and then
Kentucky.
one is actually coming from Bardstown itself.
All right. Well,
I've heard that the big old one is possibly Wild Turkey.
Really?
interesting.
Huh. And this is a retailing at, what, 150?
About 150.
150, 115 proof?
Yeah.
115.2 proof.
Yeah.
I like that as a proof point, by the way. Side little detour. I actually like when you're in that 115 range, you're starting to get some into the really nice.
It definitely smells like that kind of stone fruit, autumn kind of
I was gonna
vibe.
say like a stewed.
Yeah.
Like a stewed.
Stewed?
So
Stewed,
turkey juice is going to be like Russells. Like if you think of like different Russells ones we've tried, or some of the other different wild turkeys, like it's going to have some of those same like, I don't know, like a lot of people call it like dusty notes, like in like the peanutty, dusty things like that. But smells good.
Smells good.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a stewed apple, but more pear.
I
You know when you're preparing to make a dessert.
Yeah.
Like a pie.
Yep. I like Bardstown, and I like the Discovery.
Yeah, no, and reviews on this have been pretty good. So we will see.
Oh wow.
That's an easy drinker for 115.
Wow, that's quite fruit forward. I like that. I like that a lot. It's like a medley.
This is quite a heavy pour that you got here.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it either.
I know. He does that on my bottles, huh? Funny.
I mean, I do it with all the bottles.
This is why Rich doesn't get a pour.
I don't discriminate. I just pour heavy.
Right, yeah. You should pour all of mine.
It's interesting because the berries, it sits on the tongue and it kind of like bursts. Like it's a very
that's
punchy.
So what I was saying was, it's like a medley. Like I'm like, oh, it's this one. No, wait, it's this one. This berry, that berry.
With a little bit
there's
like
a whole bunch of.
That's the fun thing about the blend. Like when you have all, it's like you get.
Yeah, but they do such a good job balancing it.
Yeah.
I don't think you could just go, oh, I want some of this juice, some of that juice, some of this, and we'll smash it all together and it'll be great.
Right. Like
I don't think it's that easy, and so they find a way to make it so well balanced. I think it's very good.
I am a fan.
Yeah.
I like the finish on it, like a lot.
Yeah, it's got a nice warming sensation to it. Like the 115 doesn't hit you right away. It kind of, it takes a minute just to kind of I hate the word Kentucky hug. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Kentucky hug?
Oh, have you not heard that?
No.
That's what they call like when it's kind of just sits there and just hugs you.
That's when you say it's a warm hug.
Yeah, you say warm hug. You're saying what
and you
they
usually
call
hug
Kentucky
yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like a warm.
That's how he copes with.
Wow.
That's how he copes with all his issues.
And so,
But no, it's more enveloping. It's not a hot right on the tongue. It's more like just it sits there with you.
It's really good. It's like I said, it's that medley of berries, but then there's this, for me at least, there's this cinnamon nutmeg kind of on the mid to back end of the palate, and then like one of you said, the finish is really, really great.
Yeah.
And lasts for a while.
Yep.
It's a little oily, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is good.
It's kind of a couple layers under it.
Yeah. I mean, if you remember, we reviewed Midwinter's not too long ago, and
I literally was just thinking about
150.
This goes ahead and does one of these to it.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, you think that? I get it. Sorry. So you're saying because it was 150, this was 150. You're saying this drop kicks the Midwinters.
100%.
Yeah.
The 12, the Act 12. This is far better. And it's still and it's right in that same. It's not port finished, obviously, but it sits in that kind of fall stone fruit feeling that Midwinter's kind of tries to.
I don't like that I agree with you right now, but
it's got a little bit of chocolatiness that kind of comes in it too.
Yeah.
It's like that dark, sweet mix of,
Do you ever have those cherries that were covered in chocolate?
Yeah.
It's like those. Really dark chocolate with a little bit of cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not synthetic. It doesn't have that fake.
Yeah, not a fake cherry, a real cherry.
Yeah. It's very good.
It's like like how you'd get a good cherry pie, right? Like you bake down the cherries, you get that like it just reduces down.
Stewed on the
But
then it's
clear,
like it's taking
a lot of times a bourbon's gonna have a real cherry.
Yeah. It's more the bright. That's the bright side. This is like it's reduced in the darker cherry. Yeah.
Yep.
Like growing up in Washington, we had a lot of like the brighter like cherries, but then we'd have some of the darker flavored cherries that just aren't as sweet up front. They just got more of that like I don't know.
You know what this reminds me of? We went up to Heber a couple days ago, and they've got that cheese, that little cheese farm place, and they've got really good ice cream there.
This is really good.
The ice cream, I sampled a cherry chocolate ice cream, and that's.
Oh, I could get there. I could get there with the vanilla.
This while eating that.
This is so good. So while he was talking, I was just thinking to myself, can you imagine? This is a bit of, at least this is where my head goes. It's snowing outside, and you're sitting inside.
Do you need a warm hug?
And the fire's crackling. I'm gonna slap you silly. But the fire's crackling, and it's just freezing outside.
Yeah.
And you're going nowhere with a glass of this.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is really good whiskey.
This is great.
I'm gonna need one of those. All right. So what about grades? What is your grade on Bardstown
Experience?
Disco number 12?
Experience?
Yeah.
A.
I can't give it less than that.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
It's tough to beat. It's an A.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've had some good whiskeys recently, and like it hits right underneath. Like it's, and I've seen it already, and this is why I want to try to get it to pick it up.
It's so good.
And
I want to go A- just to be different, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
It's within. I mean, I can see this being within the top 5 of the year. Like
wow.
For us, like it's a good one.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind. Hold on. Let me think that through. So we've done a lot of good whiskeys this year. From the Russell's Pour to the Doors Tea to right. We've had some pretty big hitters.
Well, and that's the thing is I know the George T. Stag would technically be 2023 because it was the 2023 version of it.
So we get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going with anything that's 2024.
Okay, I'm back with
anything
you.
that's 2024.
You said top-
Even the Pappy was 2023. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it.
Like because like this is their
top
yearly release, right? So we're getting into that limited release season for all the distilleries, right?
I mean,
Maker's Mark, Discovery, like all of them, and so.
And here's the thing too. This might be a stretch, but I'll say it anyways. We've been doing this for what has it been? A year and a half. This probably, as far as what we've tried, this probably is a top 5 bottle If not top 5, it's very
I
close.
thought the Discovery Series 11 when we reviewed that last year, like that was a good one.
This is
and
very
this
good.
This
is very
beats
good.
it. Yeah, no, it's good. So you went A?
I'm gonna go A.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is a fantastic, for me, winter pour. I think this is gonna be great winter because it's got a little bit of spice in the back end. Like I mentioned, that cinnamon, the nutmeg, it's fantastic. All right, what about value? 150 dull hairs.
I'm gonna give it an A.
You're gonna give it an A?
Yeah, I think that's
You think it's a great score for 150 bucks?
I do.
Is that because you're so jaded about the midwinters you bought?
That could play into it.
Still a little bitter.
Still a little bit better, but I have to factor in the amount of very average whiskeys that are on the shelf every day for $80, $90.
Yeah.
This smashes them.
Yeah.
And at 150, if I can get it for 150, that's a great deal. That's a great score. I'm gonna do it every time.
Yeah.
So you're saying if you could get this on the shelf all the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think because if this was, say, $80, Daylight Robbery, easy for what it is. A limited yearly release, 14-year whiskey in it, half of it's 14-year whiskey. It tastes as good as it is, the experience, all those things, right? Like if it was $80,
no,
Daylight
that's
Robbery.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So with that, because it's 150, I say it's a great score. We've tasted, like you said, other ones and so I think at 150, it's a great score for what you're getting this experience out of it.
I think I'm inherently meaner to whiskey than you guys, but you just talked me right on out of it. Great score it is.
Because I could see
You just don't want to spend. You just don't want to spend 150.
Well, yeah, I want you to spend it, not drink it.
Yeah.
That's
Usually how it happens for me. But they all end up on my shelf, so it's okay.
Wow.
I look at my shelf and I'm like, I'll try you, and I send pictures to both of you, and I was like, hey,
look around and see if
But
that's
hey,
true.
it's still whiskey. This was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Thank you for buying this, Devin.
Yeah. No, I want to shout out Michael out in New York. He helped me acquire this bottle.
Score this one?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so, because we don't unfortunately see Bardstown here.
We do not.
If you can score another one, I would.
If Michael could be the guy.
I would go ahead and.
No, I think that we're seeing it pop up in Colorado. We're seeing it pop up in other areas. So most people will have this. Utah doesn't usually get it, so we have to, get out of state and go find it that way. And that's
Still whiskey.
But yeah.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think. If you've had this one or the 11, if you haven't seen the 11, go check that out too. Cheers.
Cheers. We love you.